Greetings, sacred souls, ancient beings. Welcome to RAWkin again. I did this once. It's a serious learning curve trying to figure out how this thing is working. But I think we have it now. Hopefully, we shall see. Hopefully, it won't be 3 times. Hope everybody is doing well and you are all in peace. So today what we are going to do is to talk about our logo progression, how we got to where we are now from where we started. And if you look on the screen, you will see all the different logos we've had over the years. Even though it seems like we're just starting out, and in a way we are just getting used to how the New World paradigm is. Started several years ago, and because we eat raw foods, plant-based foods, that's how we came up with the name for our company. And had several different people do logos for us. And our first logo was RAW in vegetables, and the KIN was in actual letters. So that's what we started with, and then we progressed from there to all of them being in all of the letters being made of vegetables with a cherry as the apostrophe for RAWkin, because you have to be that swag, so you can't have a G, you have to have the apostrophe. So we have so we got the vegetables and we got the cherry, and that was our second rendition. And then as we started changing our consumption, we started progressing into more fruits. And so we've had different fruit renditions showing up, and actually the last 2 were created by my beloved son. And like I said, we started out with RAWkin, so it's like a play on words, because we've got the raw, we've got the kin. The raw is the connection to the plant-based foods, and preferably raw foods, all whole foods, because those are the foods with the highest nutritional value. So we're talking about fruits and vegetables and nuts, and these are the things that have the most nutritional value for you. And despite the misnomer that goes on in relation to protein, because protein is not only from animals, protein is in everything that you eat. So if you want to get your best sources of protein, which is really amino acids, you would get them from your raw fruits and vegetables. So that's the raw. Then the kin is kinship, friendship, community. That's where the kin came in, and then you put it together, so it's RAWkin. So not only is it a community, a synergy of people coming together, like-minded people who understand that the fresh is the fierce, that we are coming together in this space, and that when we are in this space, we are rocking not only community, but also kicking and blasting. We're rocking, we're taking it out. So that's how that all came together. And the reason, again, is the raw foods and moving more towards fruit is because of the benefits of fruits. Fruits are the most easily assimilated fruits, with the exception of coconut and avocado, because those are a little heavier fruits. but these are the foods that are easiest digested. They are like pre-digested because of the composition, how they are made, how they are created. So it's easier to digest. Most fruits will pass through your system in 2 to 3 hours, except for like avocados or bananas, or one of the thicker fruits might take a little longer, but fruits pretty much go through your system and are easily digested. They're also good for detoxing and cleansing, and that is part of the reason why we are moving more towards that aspect of life, to engage in consuming more fruits, more, because these are the higher level of foods that we can consume. They are full of your nutrients, your macronutrients, your micronutrients, your phytonutrients, your fiber. All of these things are present in fruit, so this makes it a very high vibrational food, and vibration is everything. So the more eating and partaking of this high vibrational force, the more it becomes a part of your body and allows you to vibrate at a higher level, allows you to function at a higher level, because higher level you are, it enables or encourages like-minded vibrational frequency things, people, events to come into your reality. So that's another reason why we are looking more towards fruit. And then it's also easier to cause less harm on the planet when you're eating more naturally, more fruits, and preferably eating fruits that, some of you might think it's a little out there, but foraging. I remember one time we used to, in the city, they still have some trees available. When you see the website is coming, and we're also going to be starting program, spiritual physical program. But we used to forage, and we would get fruits, and people would always look at us so strange because they're so used to excuse me, going to your local market or your local grocery store where everything is packaged in plastic and styrofoam, and we were getting pounds and pounds of fruit from the trees because nobody was eating them, because they don't realize that you can eat these things. They're not sprayed, or at least they weren't. They might be now, but when we were getting them, they weren't sprayed. So we were going out, we were getting apples and plums and grapes and what do you call them? Crab apples, I'm sorry. So we actually got stopped once by the servants of the community asking us what we were doing, because it's so foreign to people to actually see people other than farmers out picking fruit. So that is what we were doing. We did that for summer. You'll see the pictures. We have gallons and gallons of apple juice and other fruit juices that we foraged. So that is what we have for right now. Hope you enjoyed our little travel through our logos, and we will talk to you soon. Peace.